Hello, my darlings. Welcome back. Just when you thought you couldn't dislike Meghan Markle even more, this mentally stunted, dumb bitch who is only known because she married a dumb ginger no-nuts prince named Harry, complains about attending Queen Elizabeth's funeral. Let me explain this nonsense to you. Pull up a chair and pour yourself a cold one because you are going to need it. We are currently living in a world reeling from real tragedies, wars, economic collapses, and everyday families torn apart by circumstance. But wait, enter Meghan Markle, the self-appointed Duchess of Drama, dropping her latest bombshell in People magazine. Titled, Meghan Markle breaks her silence on being away from Archie and Lilibet during Queen Elizabeth's funeral. I was not well. This article is nothing short of a masterclass in manufactured martyrdom. Because apparently the most pressing crisis of 2022 wasn't the passing of a 96-year-old monarch who dedicated her entire life to duty, but poor Meghan is feeling a tad bit under the weather for almost 3 whole weeks without her toddlers. How utterly devastating. Spare me. Let's dissect this pile of BS, shall we? The piece, drawn from Meghan's oh-so-relatable Netflix series called With Love, Meghan, because nothing says grounded mom like a glossy production with D-list guests like Tan France, has her gushing about motherhood's joys before pivoting to her epic hardship. The longest I went without being around our kids was almost 3 weeks. I was not well, she whines in a conversation sparked by France's quip about empty nest syndrome. Context: she and Prince Harry were jaunting around Europe for, let's just pretend, charitable engagements in Manchester and Dusseldorf without kids. Mind you, when Queen Elizabeth inconveniently shuffled off this mortal coil, their planned quick trip ballooned into 17 days of funeral pomp, leaving Archie, then 3, and Lily, a mere 15 months, back in their California mansion with nannies. And for this, Meghan was not well? Give me a frickin' break. Nobody wanted her there. She could have left any time. And why would Meghan want to attend the funeral of a woman she had just painted as a racist in her final days? Oh, because Meghan wanted the payoff of her appearing in photos looking sad over a woman she had no problems trashing. Let me just say, most working parents endure longer separations for far less glamorous reasons, like, say, deploying to a war zone or grinding through a double shift without scripting it into their next Netflix pity party. The article trots out Harry's 2023 memoir Spare for backup, where he moans about those difficult days and how he couldn't bear to let the kids out of their sight upon their return. Touching? Hardly. It makes me want to vomit, actually. But it is just more ammunition for the Sussex Sympathy Tour, where every minor inconvenience is spun into a Shakespearean tragedy. Remember, this is the same couple who bolted from royal life in 2020, citing the toxicity of the palace, only to monetize their gripes through tell-all books, podcasts, and now this series. Queen Elizabeth's funeral wasn't some optional vacation. It was a global, worldwide mourning event for the woman who symbolized stability for over 70 years. Meghan attended, pretended to look somber in black, but now, nearly 3 years later, she's so-called breaking her silence on how personally it wrecked her. The audacity is staggering. And when has Meghan Markle ever shut up long enough to be breaking her silence? The woman never has shut her mouth. She's always talking, always out there, yappity yap, 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 yap. Anyways. In my opinion, it's as if the article exists solely to remind us that amid global chaos, Meghan's maternal blues trump it all. It's all about her. And the tone of the piece, pure, unadulterated empathy porn. People magazine laps it up like a lapdog, framing her as this brave, vulnerable mom sharing insights into her emotional state. Insights, more like calculated clicks, and her emotional state is mentally unstable, in my opinion. This isn't journalism. It's a puff piece designed to try and humanize a figure who spent years portraying herself as a perpetually persecuted individual. It's better than I ever expected. She coos about parenting elsewhere in the chat, but then circles back to her suffering. It's the classic bait and switch maneuver. Lure us in with relatability, then hit us with the woe is me narrative. Life is so hard for me. Meanwhile, real victims, the British public who footed the bill for that funeral, or families dealing with actual child separations due to illness or poverty, get zero airtime. Frankly, this whole saga reeks of entitlement. It's very on brand for Meghan, I guess. Meghan chose to fly halfway around the world without her kids for what she calls charity. But when duty calls, or rather, when the Queen's death did, suddenly it's a crisis? If she was not so well, why not cut the European jaunt short or bring the children along? Oh, right. That wouldn't fit her victim archetype. Instead, we get this belated confessional timed perfectly for her Netflix promo season in 2025. It's manipulative, it's tone deaf, and it's downright insulting to anyone who has ever had to suck it up for family or a country. Queen Elizabeth endured far worse, losing a sister, a husband, and navigating wars without a single public whimper. Meghan, on the other hand, gets a magazine spread and my eyes are rolling to the back of my head. In the end, this article isn't about breaking silence. It's about amplifying noise. And that's all Meghan Markle is. Noise. Meghan, if you are listening, and which I'm sure you are, or you've got your media machine who are watching this, like probably Harry or someone who works for you, let me just tell you something. Try some actual silence next time. No, really, just shut the F up. Be quiet. Throw some duct tape over your mouth. The world doesn't need another episode of your endless entitlement opera. We get it. You're supposedly a mom. You're a human. You're not well every time life doesn't cater to your California dreams. But peddling this as profound, that's not vulnerability. That's you being vapid. Move on, or better yet, put down the Mary Jane and cocktails that are causing these hallucinations for you and come back down to reality, if that is even possible. But my darlings, I think I have ranted about this harlot more than enough now. But this nonsense about her attending Her Majesty's funeral and how hard it was for her seriously boiled my piss, and I had to come here and vent for a moment. And I really appreciate you guys allowing me to do this. But on that note, I would really love to know what you think about the latest round of selfish behavior from Meghan. Truly, she shows us every single day how much of a selfish trollop she truly is. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will catch you all in the next one. Stay gorgeous, my darlings. Bye.